So what I want to do, quickly update my links. Quickly update my links. Here we go. Let me get the pop-out chat. Rename. Beautiful. And I'm going to have to do the same thing with the live stream on the other side. Pop out chat, move it to this side so that I can see, and voila, we're ready to go. Let me post this on Twitter. And Game Makers Forum live streams. Okay, so this animation that I just made here elevator opening. So I need to transfer this. No, it's obj elevator opening. Let's fire up some music. See if our friends are starting to join the stream. So essentially, before I draw all of that, I need to draw this. This is the body. says if animation started equals true. Then I can go ahead and do this. If animation started equals true, then we'll start incrementing this thing. And we also need to say that this variable can only do it if it's below or equals to 1, but not above. Actually, if it's below 1, as soon as it gets to 1, stop doing this. Interesting thing is that with these paths, I can actually have different animations. Which would actually be pretty easy to implement too. I actually don't want the animation to move all that far. As a matter of fact, I kind of want it to be a little bit different. Because okay. So where are my paths? Duplicate this. Oh, did I delete it? Shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Okay, fine. So while I'm doing this, I'd like to duplicate. What the fuck? I pressed duplicate, right? Where did the fuck did the paths go? Oh, thank God. Okay, I thought it deleted it again. Opening 2. So now I want to open up 2. And I want this one to open up just a tiny little bit. See what this one looks like. This thing for the second one, eh? Pretty cool. So with this thing, thing works. Listen to the soundtrack, but just appreciate music. So time to post. Oh man, should I even bother posting IndieDB posts? Is it even worth it? To be honest, is it even worth posting IndieDB posts at this point if there's Game Jolt? Ah man. I don't want to post anything on Game Jolt until I have a demo and early access. Alright, so what I need to do... what I need to do is also need to do the closing animation. Which I can technically do fine. Because all I have to do is just play these animations in reverse, but I'm not gonna just play them in reverse. Duplicate. Paths. This is gonna be closing. Closing 2. So these are sprites. To be honest, I don't even need this. I can just delete this. With the with the drawing event of the elevator, all I gotta do is just oh shit, yeah, I'm just using a sprite index. That works. So I'll do elevator closing, same sprite. The alpha set is necessary. I don't need this. All I need is the draw event, and I just gotta copy this thing. Lights. Don't need that variable. I just need if the door is above 0 to minus. And the door animation is going to be equal to 1 once it starts. So right now, I need to move from this trial course to the next one. So what is this one? This is the empty one. Delete. Why is it closed? Oh shit, it's probably because that thing is there. Keeps closing my stuff. Okay. So now I'll open up this resource. Oh man, that is such a dick move. Actually, to be honest, something like this would probably be better. So can I please just move this freaking thing? Thankfully, I have not actually placed a lot of these. So XY 120. How about 32? All right, I'll place it at 32 pixels. That's all I wanted to do. Just so that I could, you know, paint the damn thing onto here. Yeah, like that, basically. Closing, opening. Now, let me see. Let me see it closing. See if it works. Am I going to be alone today? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so in this animation I want to use different paths. So for the closing, I will go with closing. So in the paths, this is going to be different. And this one is also going to be just a little bit different too. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. So this isn't gonna benefit all that much. Oh no, hold on. Does it send the error when there's not enough space? Yep, okay. Save this. Yep. Close the project. $70 megabytes. Let's see. 83 megabytes. What the fuck? I should probably clear out a bunch of stuff. Should probably clear out the recycling bin. $27.6 gigabytes in the recycling bin. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so, but almost none of that stuff was actually in the thing. Okay, so let me see. There was a path where it stored all of this stuff. Actually, I think it was on Reddit, if I remember correctly. Is there any way to search? Here we go. Still running out of space. Okay, see users documents game maker backup cache projects. That one's gonna be a huge one, isn't it? Oh, I can probably imagine. No, it's not, apparently. What about Game Maker Studio 2? That is not taken up a lot. Okay, so let's just delete this stuff. What else? Not much of anything really. I don't know where all that space went. I really don't know. It's got to be in like documents. Let's see. See how big the documents folder really is. Really? Total amount of disk space you gain 22.7 gigabytes. Really? Temporary files. Sure. Let's get rid of those. 20 gigs. Shit. Sign me up. Probably delete all of the videos from here. Does it look like I'm gonna be alone today? Maybe. Let me clear up. Oh shit. Beautiful. Do we have the promised 28 gigs? No, we have 10 gigs, but not the promised 20. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to actually get rid of all the games. All the games. They're all on C drive. Holy shit, I'm about to get a whole fuckload of storage. Yeah, no wonder I used to always install stuff on the C drive because I thought I had a lot of storage. Well, painful, but necessary. I just freed up 100 gigabytes of storage. Jesus, man. Absolutely insane. All right, let's jump back into it. Okay. Beautiful. So, let's go for it. Start working on this thing. Fade does not exist. The layer. That makes sense. This is an old level. Also, I don't need the developer mode. To be honest, I think I can probably just delete the tiles. All of these foliage tiles. To be honest. Just delete all of them. I don't need them. Let me preview all of the stuff. Okay, so hold on. I gotta save. Now. Oh, these are tile sets. I also need to delete the sprites. Yep. Delete. Don't need all of those. Save. And now. Let's take a look at the tile sets. Hey, we got someone new in the chat on Twitch stream. Nice username. I'm gonna call you Vix. So, how's it going? Are you a developer or just browsing around? Okay, no, these are the old ones. You working on any games? Any projects? Something interesting? I'm trying to become a dev. Well, you're in the right place. Ask away. I'll do my best to answer as many questions as I can. Do I have any ideas for a social media app? In what context? In what context do you need the social media app? So when you say social media, okay, here we go. You try to make an app that isn't just a direct copy of any current app. So you're more into like application software developing, I think game developing. So, well, if you're trying to create an app, probably not a good idea to be asking someone else for what they want to make. Because most of the time what someone else wants to make is not always what you want to make. So, I mean, in my case, I'm making a game because I want to make a game. And I have an idea that I'm passionate about and I would like to create it. In your case, you probably want to start researching trends, and patterns on social media and try to identify some sort of a need and then come up with a solution that would satisfy that need and create the app. I mean, that's at least the nutshell of it on creating software, because, you know, in my case, I'm pretty solid on what it is that I want to create. Where would you find these trends? Well, social media, existing social media, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, 4chan, Tumblr, DeviantArt, any one of those, and a pile of more. You know, you look at what people post and what people need, what kind of like, maybe they need fast posting, maybe they need instant instant content uploads without bothering with like tags. So have maybe a tool that puts tags automatically from the list of saved tags, stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know if that is something people are concerned with. It could be not even that major of a thing. So if you want to create an app for the sake of, like, because you can look at this two ways. I'm looking at this from the personal satisfaction strategy, that I want to make this game for myself, and if it makes money, then I guess that's also a huge plus. But in your case, what you're probably looking for is, you probably want to cash in on a niche and a need that has not been satisfied yet. I mean, I can't help you in finding it. That is something you have to identify on your own, but this is where research comes in. Market research. That's really what it is. So, you know, when you say I'm trying to make an app that isn't a direct copy of something that already exists, that's pretty much a goal for anybody. In my case, game development. In your case, social media development. But you'll, you know, if you don't know any programming, it might be a little tricky and slow at first. Okay. I'd recommend to look at a niche market. Like, who are you trying to satisfy? Are you trying to satisfy musicians? Then focus on what kind of content musicians like to post and make it easier for them. Are you trying to satisfy, you know, teenage girls trying to post selfies 24 images per minute? Then make that quick for them. You know, make a tool set that makes it easy. Are you trying to make a professional contact social media, like LinkedIn? In that case, you know, some sort of a system that makes it easy to post resumes and to post your own jobs, so you can, as an employer, you can find employees and talent and workforce, and the workforce can find jobs easily. So, you know, you have to pick your niche market. But if you really want real advice, look into the following people. Look into Frank Kern. So Frank Kern, and look into let me see. I had some lists of people. Jeff Walker and Frank Kern. So look up those two people. They are market research specialists, and they have webinars, just hundreds upon hundreds of webinars on different subjects like market research, identifying needs and niches. So I think that is what you're looking for right now, not per se the development. Yes, Frank Kern and Jeff Walker. So look up those two guys, because it looks like you're not looking to create an app. You look like you're looking to identify what needs an app to be created for, right? So, and later on, you can actually, once you identify what your niche markets are, you can actually develop the apps. In my case, I just have a story to tell. And I just want to tell this story. So what I learned from these guys is that usually you probably want to not jump into making something. You want to identify a need, which is, it may sound basic, but that's basically what it is. You don't want to be an app that you alone think is going to be needed. You want to have your research tell you that it's going to be needed, right? It sounds very basic and very rudimentary, but at least it will set you on the right path. Instead of saying, oh man, I'm creating this amazing app, it satisfies my needs, so it must satisfy the needs of others, right? That's a dark path. It's a path of uncertainty, and it's a path of blinding ignorance, I should say. Not in like an insulting way, but in the kind of way where, in the direct meaning of this term, you can't see anywhere past your own vision, right? So identify a need, pick your niche market, identify their needs, come up with a solution, and then you can get into the actual physical process of app creation. What the hell? Something is off in here. Oh man, I don't want to do this. So, what brings you to Twitch? Okay. That's pretty cool. Get on the right stream and get your answers. Oh. Ooh. Well, that wasn't right. And hope the answer. Yeah. It's usually the busy streams that don't usually work out too well, considering that in a busy chat room, it's kind of hard to get a reading. Oh man, I've totally put this in the wrong place. This is the speed. And I don't need that anymore. So, there we go. In my case, I'm just doing game development right now, and I figured as long as I'm doing programming, I might as well be live. You know, sometimes people drop by. It's not like this is a popular gaming channel or whatnot, but sometimes people drop by and sometimes people stay. You know. For the most part, a part of why I'm doing live streams is to actually promote the game that I'm working on. I figured it, you know, you're already paying for the internet. It's basically free marketing. And if you do want your app to succeed, you probably need to grow a following while you're developing and researching. Because in my case, I got a lot of help from my viewers who occasionally drop by into the stream, and I got a whole bunch of bugs sorted out from this game, from like fellow game developers off of the social circles of game developers. So, you know, it works out. There's benefits. Alright, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oof. So are you a developer? Do you do programming? Are you just getting started? Well, you know, aren't we all? But big apps start with figuring out whether or not they're needed. Or not even whether or not, there's always a need for something. But you need to identify that need before you can go off into, you know, creation of the actual application. Okay, so there's an error with the opening elevator. And there's an error when it doesn't read the position of the player properly. Oops, not what I needed to do. Object elevator 1, opening. For example, in the game development scene, promoting your own game is one of the hardest things you can do as a game developer without putting money into, right? So without putting thousands of dollars for Facebook marketing, for Twitter marketing, for YouTube marketing, spreading the word, constant updates, constant news article releases, you know, keeping your fan base fed, growing your fan base. These are the problems that we as game developers, solo game developers, have to face. So what do you have here? Now you have, okay, solo game developers and the game industry is a huge industry of itself, they need some sort of a tool to promote their not just to promote their projects and video games. They actually need a tool that will reach the right people, the right audience, that will reach the right consumers, that will be exposed to the right end users. So kids, adults who play games, that sort of stuff. And if you create a tool that is successful, then all the game developers will flood to your social network, use your apps, they will consume your ad revenue, or as in like provide you with ad revenue. It will work, right? The question is, now you have to come up with a solution. Now you have to come up with a solution of how do you get game developers who are working on their own dime to reach the right audience. And if you provide that solution, shit, I'll use the platform, right? So there you go. This is basically what you have to do. You have to identify a need. And this is something that both Frank Kern and Jeff Walker reiterate time and time and time again. I'll give you a hint. Both Jeff Walker and what's his face, Frank Kern, they have this website where you can sign up with your email, right? And they have a system of automatic email sending. So what it does is that it sends you an email every week, right? Some sort of a little webinar, some piece of content, some article, and if you actually follow those links, your email gets logged onto their database. So what happens is they start baiting you with more juicy content, right? Now, the more you kind of behave like you want to buy something, like if they're selling a DVD, if you actually click on buy this DVD, go to checkout page, but don't actually check out, they'll say, okay, he almost bought the DVD. How about we'll send him something else? And this is an actual system they were discussing in one of their webinars, one of their paid webinars. So if you do that for both Frank Kern and Jeff Walker, their information that they bait you with actually compensates the information you usually miss from the other. So you basically, from them both, you can actually collect a full package of marketing information. So you can go ahead and do that. Oh man. Where did you lose connection there? What was I talking about? Now it's buffering a lot. I don't think it's on my end. YouTube is reporting normal health for the live stream. Oh, really? I did it so far back. Find that spot and listen to what I said back then, because I've said a lot of useful stuff. Well, it may be useful to you, you be the judge. But I've said a lot of stuff you could probably use as of that point, so just scroll back and find that space and find it. And I'll be silently programming here to make sure you don't miss on anything. Yeah, because it's live stream, but you can still watch the stuff in. Oh shit! Never mind. You're watching this on Twitch. Twitch doesn't have that feature. YouTube does, because I'm streaming this to both YouTube and Twitch. Okay, never mind. I'll just repeat what I said. Okay, so what I mean by identifying a need is, as an example, with me as a game developer, there's a huge struggle for starting game developers in promoting your own project. So essentially, you have to spend a lot of time and money in order to promote your game on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any one of those social networks. And it takes a lot of time and takes a lot of money, and that is something that solo game developers do not have. So there's a need. We need to make sure that our game reaches the right people, and we need to make sure that our game reaches the right kids, the right age group. We need to make sure that our game is seen by our target audience, that it comes across the target users, that it is engaged with, it is commented on by the people who are essentially our target consumers. So if you can come up with a social media solution where developers will be able to get their games seen by the right people, by the people right for their game, then you have yourself a social media application and social media network that solves that exact problem. And this is how something becomes popular. You know, if it solves their problem, and the problem is big as this, you got yourself a successful project. So what I was saying after this is that both Frank Kern and Jeff Walker have a website where they sell their marketing packages. You can subscribe to their mailing list, because every week or every month they send an email with some small webinar or article on marketing, right, and identifying niche markets and and identifying needs. So if you subscribe to both of them, because they're two different people, they run their own programs. The information from one actually completes the gaps from the information from the other, and both together you basically get this pretty complete package that covers most of the corners. And they have smart systems, really smart systems, that they log your visits onto websites, and they track your behavior. For example, if you add one of the marketing study packages to a purchase cart, and you go to the checkout but you don't actually buy it, they will actually log it. They say, okay, he almost bought that package, so how about we send him some more stuff so that he may change his mind and he actually buy it. And that's how you get more stuff from them, right? If you're smart about it. And sometimes they actually have legitimately good content that you would usually pay for. So, there's ways. There's always ways. Oops. Slipped. Ouch. Okay, so there's a glitch right there. We need to figure it out. So if player Y, yeah, is less than Y plus 10, okay, which it is, but it also needs to be Y, it also needs to be above Y minus so it needs to be Y minus 225. Okay, so that's why I kept spawning over and over again. So what's your background in post? Like a programming degree, or do you not know anything about programming? Are you in college just looking to get a project on? That type of deal? Okay, beautiful. The only thing is that I need this thing. To be below the thing. Yes, that's fine. Beautiful. Oh. Oh man. Okay. So how about I will place, let's see, so these are below player. I've had a few years of C#, but I want to get an idea for what I want to make. Learn a random language. Well, actually, C# seems to be pretty integrated with the web development from what I've seen, because probably want to... Here's the thing. Take a look at college. Take a look at college programs, and take a look at the programs that are specific to like web application and social media development, and take a look at which languages they teach you there, right? So from then on, you can actually get an idea of what it is that you need to learn. Because usually colleges would probably want to offer you a packet of languages and study material that is relevant to the current, industry. So take a look at that. Could be very helpful. Ooh, okay. That's right. So this is the light mask buffer. Ah, okay. So this is actually... So I think I have to actually redo this stuff just a bit. Yes, okay. So let me redo all of the lighting here. Hmm. Something's definitely off here. I think these are actually the wrong buffers. Masks, shadows. Hmm. That's ambience for the masks. Then the lights. No. That's not right. So if I were to not build the lights, what would happen? Something somewhere along the line got slightly screwed up. So, let's see. You, that's shadows. Oh, here we go. So let's say this is a mask. Okay, so that's the mask. Now, I need to use the lights in order to blend in the stuff in the mask. Oh man. So basically I will most certainly have to redo the lighting here using this stuff. Because with this stuff it actually looks a lot better. Let's see. So, surface black. Set it to that color. And then right. So what went wrong? For some reason, the system is not working. Okay, so let's try this out on this area. So vertex mask on. That creates the mask. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is these dark corners. These dark corners are not getting properly broken out. So it has to do something with this place here. Unless it's just the code. Hold on, unless I'm just picking the wrong sprite and it's actually perhaps there's a piece of code somewhere that flips the type of sprite that it creates by default. Let me cycle through these sprites. Okay, so insert. No, picks the right one. So the problem is indeed here. this is for the ambience. Ooh. This is ambience. What kind of a light is that? This is not the correct type of light. So this is... No. This is not the correct type of light. Sprites. Blend. So this is ambience. Blend. This is the surface light. That is the correct one. Light. How many of these things are there? So 22. 59. Only 2. Okay, so the first one was supposed to have been just that. The proper sprite type. Okay. So let's see. I still see stuff that is not correct. Like this. See, these things are supposed to kind of flow with each other. Maybe it's the blending mode. Maybe I screwed out the blending mode in there somewhere. C black. Color. And normal. C white. And then I've got color for the shadows and then normal. And there's surface light over there. Surface light is supposed to be in here. So surface black. So this is where the surface light is supposed to be. Okay, let's see if that works. Yep, still the same. why does it overlap like that? Most unnerving. Draw surface. Surface light. Okay. Draw a triangle. Then the matrix. It has got to be the wrong sprite. It just has to be. Which surface am I drawing down here for additive stuff? Surface draw black. Surface draw ambience. This is material 1, so these are shadows. No, these are actually masks. Light masks. So first come the light masks. Then come the lights, surface lights, and then comes the object large, which are just masks, temporary masks. Tricky stuff. So it's gotta be up here then. Surface ambience. Maybe it's C. White? No, surface ambience actually has to be. Oh! Ambience has to be black and white. We go. Now the lights are behaving shittily still. Hold on. Let me re-enable this stuff. So the light mask buffer is still gonna be there. Okay. So my biggest issue is that why aren't these lights punching through the darkness as hard as they used to. Because I can actually see the edges now. And this light barely affects this shadow or this mask. Yep, same deal here. So let's continue with this stuff. So the surface ambience must be black and white. So perhaps I messed up and set the surface light. No, transparency is still there. Okay. Am I using this anywhere else in the ambience? And I'm drawing the blend sprites, which are the black ones. Then blend light, blend light. There's only two of them in there. Nothing's wrong with this stuff. Maybe I am drawing the wrong thing. So this, the view buff shadows, yes. So these are. Wait, what? Oh, matrix build, yes. So these are shadows. And I'm going to comment this out. Okay, what if I these are punching light through darkness. Light masks punching through that. Surface of the light. Temporary masks. Laser gun, laser bridge. Light for punching. What happens if I just draw the light surface twice? Is it going to be twice as bright? Okay, so technically it's doing that, but it's not doing it the way it was supposed to be doing it. I mean, even now, I can still see the damn thing. What if I draw it 3 times? I mean, it's not a fix. By no means. That's not the right way to fix it. So how about I will do the surface light first. Where's that region starting? Whoopsie. Yeah. It's working, sure, but that is how it's supposed to be working right away. Not after I draw the surface 3 times. So don't need that. Don't need this. So this needs to go here. These are additive lights. And finally, for the last, these are darkness punches. I need to get one of those giant, like, separator. Separator lines just to make the border clear. So, let's start from the beginning. Light surfaces. Surface light. We clear it with a clear color. No full transparency. We draw the lights. object amp kit underscore light. What happens when I do this instead? Huh. Oh yeah, that's right, cause 1 second. I'm still cheating. I'm still cheating because I draw the surface light 3 times. I'm not gonna be re-adding the shadows just yet. Yeah, okay. So, put this back. That doesn't actually fix anything. Blending mode, and that's fine. Reset target. Then we have, let me actually comment out the additive lights just to see if I can identify a problem. Well, not the most exciting stuff you've ever seen. Debugging errors. Right. Okay. So now surface black. We're gonna clear it with black color and whatever transparency is there. Then we set the blend mode to SRC color. We will draw all the light masks from the correct buffer. And that indeed we do. Then we'll draw all the surface lights. Now what is this mask supposed to be? This temporary mask. Oh, this is the light mask. Okay. Comment that out. Laser gun, laser bridge. Player and reset. So after that, we draw the black surface. Then we draw the ambient surface with additive blending. And what do we have down here? Dev stuff. So draw triangle. Draw text, draw text, draw text. Draw text. Okay, so what is going to happen when I will draw all the lights, directly into the black surface instead of drawing that. Let's see what happens. Is it working? It is, isn't it? Oh, it is working. Okay, so it's something is wrong with the surface ambient light. At least I know that now, because I can bring this all the way down and I still don't see those edges. Yep, so now it's working the way it's supposed to be working, which tells me that the problem is somewhere between the surface light so how about this? I've re-enabled the draw surface light. What happens if I clear the surface light with a fully opaque white color? So it actually doesn't even matter what we're drawing to it now, and we're not substituting anything from it either way. So, yep, as I suspected, the sprites are not behaving, or the surface is not behaving properly. What if I disable these blend modes? There's the surface. Let me just try this for a second. I don't think that's the solution, but just out of curiosity. And the solution, it is not, because if I move down, well, you know, like this, all the lights are moving up. So that's not it. Why is the surface not being drawn at full brightness? How about this? Surface extended. Maybe somewhere out there there's a rogue set alpha. Scale 1, 1, rotation 0, C white, alpha 1. There's alpha 1. And that's the only alpha 1 that's actually anywhere. And let's see if that fixes it. I'll probably also have to cycle through the blend modes. So that's not it. If we start up here, SRC color, subtract normal, subtract normal, color normal, add normal, comment it out, comment it out, comment it out, comment it out. Something happened with the sprites. Surface set target, surface light. It's right up here. Surface underscore light. Maybe. Surface black, surface light, surface ambience. First we'll go to the surface, set target, light, clear alpha. Then we draw all of our lights. Types X, Y, X scale, C white. Yes. Then we do surface reset target. So we're done with that surface. Then we'll move on to surface black. We clear it with a black color. Anything else will be subtracted from it. So how about I will get rid of every single thing that has to do with blending modes up until the very end of this argument. So the only blending modes available are at the beginning of the surface and at the end of the surface. Okay, so let's go through this. Set it to black, color black, whatever variable for global light we have set. Global light, and this is global shadow. With the light masks, create a matrix. X scale, Y scale, Z scale, no rotation. We set the matrix to world. We use the matrix build. Supply the vbuff buffer with it, which is over here. Vbuff. And then we set the matrix. Then we draw the surfaces, the surface light at X, Y, 1, 1, no rotation, white, fully visible. Temporary, draw the light mask only when there are actually objects for that editor present. Then draw the light gun. Draw the laser bridge. Draw the player transparency, and that's it. Now that we're done with drawing the targets, we draw the surface black, and then we draw the surface ambience, which I mean technically is not even present right now. Nothing here, and this is all the development stuff. Well, now. Thing is, I had this system working. It was working. Something along the lines happened. And then this happened. The only thing I can think of is if I go to the lights up here, and I simply draw the sprites for the lights 3 times in here. Although the problem is with the surface, I don't think that would even help. Surface set. No, that would not help. Perhaps there is something in here. There are no objects above the block. So by the looks of it, there's nothing there. Clouds, background. It wouldn't be anywhere in there. Okay, how about I check a different room? Is this an isolated incident? Or is this prominent throughout the entire thing? Oh yeah. Once again, I have not supplied the null because I edited the script. And the script states, if it's not null, do this stuff. Okay, so same deal with this stuff here. So what happens if I don't load the lights? I will just load in the light masks. See if this does anything. well, not the most exciting stuff. I was already up. Oops, wrong room. I was already up last night actually creating the sliding system, so now that it's broken somewhere else, it's very disconcerting, but I have got to build it properly. Okay, so no lights, that's fine. If I start creating lights, seemingly the lights are working kind of okay from like this perspective. See that? That right there is what I don't understand. Why is this not adding together? How about I look up every place where I am using this particular light type. Find all. Okay. First of all, here. Second of all, okay, that's just for the player though. Third of all, light, draw, end. And this one. Same deal. Okay. I can definitely convince myself that the problem is in the surface, because if I copy this, well, yeah, fuck it, just cut it out. So copy, comment it out, and just manually punch the light with it. Then it's actually gonna blend in well together with all the surrounding lights. Not in the surface though. Why not in the surface? Getting kind of late. Okay, so you see all of those lights blending very nicely together. Could pull this in, move it around. They don't look like they're on top of one another. What if I set this to C black, just for shits and giggles? I know it's fully transparent, but still, maybe it's just a weird behavior. You never know. Still does the thing. no matter how many lights I add, there are areas where it just doesn't matter how many lights there are, it's just not going to punch through that darkness. What if I do C white, but I add draw set blend mode to BM add, and then after these lights are all drawn, I'll just set it to normal. Once again, I don't think the problem is with the sprite, but I'm just kind of trying anything right now. Surface light, surface ambience, surface ambience. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That seemed to have fixed it. Somewhat. Well, actually, the lights kind of interact with each other now in a more interesting way than they used to. Okay, well, for some reason that fixed it. I'm not sure why, but it works. So I'm only drawing the thing once, right? Yes. Very interesting. Don't know why the behavior changed, but it's working now. Now my suspicion is that now that I've done this, the shadows are going to stop working. Now watch. Just watch. They're gonna stop working because I'm using an additive blend mode. Maybe. Okay, so I will add a light. I will start creating shadows. Okay, shadows full. So that works. And then we'll move it away. Yep. Yeah, shadows work. What if it's an ambient light? Oh yeah, the ambience is disabled, so let's re-enable that now. Freaking wonders, man. I have no idea. Okay, so re-enable this. And also re-enable the blending surface to be actually drawn. Freaking magic, man. First it's working, then it's not. I see Kazuhiko has joined the stream. Thanks for dropping by. We're in the midst of mind-bending bug testing or bug fixing and unexplainable behaviors. Okay, so what am I testing now? Yes, that's right. Can't create a buffer. Can't save a buffer that I have not created yet. So yeah. Oh man, it has been a long time. I started with GameMaker 1.4 And even 2 is such a huge upgrade since 1.4. Like the auto tiler alone is a godsend. Okay, so insert a light. Okay, now what am I testing again? I'm testing ambience. There's the ambience. Now how do 2 lights react with each other in ambience? Kind of generic. So what happens if I do the same trick I did with the regular lights? Only this time on the ambient layer. So ambience, draw, set, blend mode, BM, add, and then I reset it, BM, normal. Like, it's just, I find the additive blending with 2 lights on one surface really does interesting stuff. Hold on, before I actually do this, I want to uncomment this thing. Shadows, mask. Okay, let's try this out. Yeah, man, the 3D functions are different. The auto tiler and room editor is different. Whole lot of additional features. So I think upgrading was actually pretty worth it. Plus, it's gonna be their flagship product now for like at least 4 to 6 years, maybe even longer. So okay, so if I set the blend mode. Okay, so it's kind of behaving a little bit better than before. So I already have lights for this level. Yeah, I know, relax. I already have lights for this level. I just gotta re-enable them here. I just don't have any shadows. Actually, making shadows might be kind of interesting. Okay, start X. Okay, no more edges. It's actually working. It's actually working. So here's what I want to try out. I want to see what would a few shadows in these areas look like. Like if I take this area here. Let's say this one here. So that would be you. I. And shadow value would be probably like something like this, which is really just the total value. Let me snap this stuff to the... Oh, I can't really snap it. Wouldn't be wise. That's okay though. Okay, I'm really gonna have to implement a system for determining what it is that I'm selecting. Okay, here we go. Some of this stuff is actually kind of hard to get a hold of. So now all I have to do is make a shadow that is somewhat similar to the one I had before there. And I can probably even cheat and set these things to be completely transparent so that I don't have to deal with the hard edges. So like that. Only problem is that it re-adds these. So shadows end up canceling out the lights, which are used for blending out the masks. I see. But then again, I could probably just abandon the masks here and just use these lights to actually do the bidding. It's like a very strange system, but I really like the way this looks. I really like the way the shadows look. So if I get rid of these things, let's see. The data. Okay. So O is exactly for that. So O, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, and I need to disable this. O, 1, 2, 3, P. So there go all the masks that were there. All of the masks are gone. So all this darkness is essentially back. Now I can actually do this here. So let me do this. I will say go to my roaming folder, find the project, and first of all I will save the shadows, and then I will save the masks. Either way, I'm gonna have to redo them all, but at least now I'll be able to take a look at them without this stuff. I'll actually even create a new group, call it temp, drop these files that I just generated in there. Yeah, come on. Oh shit, these are included files, that's not what I need. Here we go. Add group, temp. And I will drop these files in there. So first of all, the light mask buffer. The light mask buffer is the first one. And it is located in temp/light mask buffer. The shadow buffer is going to be located in temp/shadow buffer.saf. Okay, let's see how that looks like without the objects. I should really implement a system for enabling and disabling the drawing of the objects. The tracker objects. Okay, so okay, so I know that it's fucked up for the most part, but at least if I go over here, I can actually see the shadow that has formed in here. Which actually looks pretty good. So obviously all of this stuff still has to be, and I forgot the thing there, so that's fine. Okay, but I know that I have a system that actually has everything that I need, so I think I should be okay. This was just a test. So if I had to rewrite that entire system in order to get the shadows to look okay, then what is the level that I made, the first trial level, is actually gonna look like? If I had to use additive lights to get this to work. Okay, so let's just quickly do a glance over. Looking good, looking good. This is fine. I can work with that. Not bad. Okay. Now I want to take a look at the trial level, because now I fear that the lights have changed. Since the light system has changed its behavior, the lights might actually even look different. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Shadows are still there, although I do need to fix that one shadow over there. If anything, I feel like the lights have gotten a little bit brighter, which is good, because I couldn't seem to get enough brightness out of these lights. Oof. Ooh, ah. Really? Seriously, why do I... Okay, jokes aside. Seriously, this is the first level. Maybe I'm just tired. My reactions are not... Oh, wow. Yeah, that sucks. I'm just tired. So I'm probably gonna call it a night after taking a look at a couple of things. Oof. There we go. Gotta love that animation. That closing door animation. Okay. So this is fine. Everything looks fine. Let me check the last level that I did the lights for, the massive lighting demanding level. And after that, I think I'm gonna call it a night, because today was an extremely productive day. Hey, Skrillex, did the notification pop up when you followed me on Twitch? Speaking of which, thanks for following. Appreciate your support. I promise I'll get a better webcam, or at least mod the shit out of this one so that it could be staying up properly. I try to do these streams on a daily basis, but my work's coming up soon. My part-time job that I'm coming back to, and I'm gonna have to start scheduling the streams because I'm probably not gonna be able to run them every day. That's right. That is correct. I need to... Ooh, this is a giant level. Here we go. Just want to check the integrity of this level before calling it a night. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay, not bad. Let me disable the lights. Okay, the lights seem to be running pretty well. Not seeing a god-awful lot of hard edges. I might try to edit the background a little bit. But other than that, ooh, seems to be pretty good. I want to see the lights at the very end. See if those are still okay. Oof. Are the lights matching up here? Sort of. Oh, they are disabled though, so let's see. Oh yeah, the lights are matching up. I was kind of afraid that all the blending stuff I did before would screw the lights up, but seems okay. No major issues. Now, hopefully. I'll probably tone down the alpha so that I can see the background a little bit more. And maybe even do a more like blue tint instead of this green teal. There we go. That's it. That is it. Yeah. I know. Vertex delete buffer in the cleanup. Okay, well, thanks for joining. I will resume these streams tomorrow morning, 12 o'clock Canada time. This has been awesome. I figured out so much today with the help of one of the viewers. I ended up figuring out a lot of performance stuff, a lot of issues with tile maps that were causing like buffers, tile maps to like swap too often, which causes errors. So that was pretty cool, and I figured out how to substitute animations from the physical sprite animations with built-in game maker stuff using paths. So all in all, it's a pretty good day. I'm gonna go get some sleep now. Until next time, tomorrow.